Okay, ready. Let's do it. Good morning. I'm Clarice Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. Did everyone have a good weekend? I did. I had a good weekend. I pretty much slept the whole day yesterday. But pretty much the whole day. I tried to watch a movie, but I hardly saw any of it at all. I fell back asleep. But it's obviously very needed. So that was good. Nice relaxing weekend for me. Catching up on sleep. Had a bit of a party night too. That was good. Different. Good. So how was your weekend, everybody? Let's get some cards out. So I'm going to pick cards out for the collective, do some channeling for the collective, but I'm also doing mini reads as well. So if you're interested in a mini read, check out the pinned comment, the comment that's pinned up top of the live chat. Tells you how to do it. It's for donations, so there's a PayPal link up there in that comment. You can use that. That's my preferred method anyway. You can use Super Chat or Super Sticker if that doesn't work for you, the PayPal stuff. Whatever's easiest for you. And if you've got a question for your higher self, put a capital Q at the start of your comment, just so I can find it. Hey, Timothy. Got the lurgy. Quarantining. Hope you're feeling okay then. You got the job, Connie. Awesome. Congratulations. Hey, Maria. Oh, got sunlight after darkness. There you go. Good times after bad. That's a good thing. In the daily energy update today, we just got really frustrating energy. A bit sad there. So, hey, Christine. Hey, Cherry. Jennifer. Jennifer. Yeah, really frustrating energies. So that's not good, is it? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hi, Kate. Get some more cards out for the collector. Yeah, so if you want a mini read, you can leave it up to your higher self to tell you, guidance, whatever guidance. In which case, put a capital Q at the start of your comment and put higher self guidance, please. Or you can ask a question for it too. Check out that pinned comment anyway. So we've got 3 cards out here. Threshold. How many times does this card come out? Or on the threshold of something, always on the threshold of it, right? It's always coming, apparently. Anyone else getting a bit frustrated with it? It's on its way. And this says focus on passion. Focus on passion. Okay. Focus on passion. What does that mean? Focus on what we find, what we're passionate about? I mean, not just the things that we're waiting for, because that can really trip us out. Join our Facebook group, everyone. There's the link. Yeah, it can really trip us out to focus on what it is that we're waiting for, I've noticed. Personally, in myself. So maybe that's not the best thing to do at the moment. Hey, Beth. I don't know, thoughts. Is everyone else waiting on something or someone at the moment? Is it just me? And it must be a lot of you, because it's coming out in the readings over and over again. I haven't even had time to look at the YouTube comments this morning, even though I've been up for a couple of hours. I had a whole day to catch up on. Oh, yeah. Coffee. Let's get some tarot out. I'm into the tarot fast. But that's the way it is today. My phone's going on for some reason. It doesn't like something in the air. Perfume. I put perfume on. Got to clean that crap up. So how are you feeling, Tim? Mothy? Is it really bad? Everyone that I know that's had it said it wasn't that bad. You're still waiting, Maria. Same. What have we got here? We've got a muddle. I want your cards turning yourselves around. Okay, 6, the 6 of Earth, the reciprocation card. It's stopped raining, it has, it's stopped raining, it's been nice, it's been sunny, in fact, it's really nice. It's really nice because it's cool and sunny. We don't often have weather like that. It's either really, really hot or cold and raining. It's been cool and sunny. So it reminds me of like springtime in Europe. It's really nice. It's nice not to be really sweating for a change, but the sun being out. Had some new clothes arrive Saturday. You can smell your coffee. It was milder than most flus. Yeah, that's what people have been telling me too. Flu's horrible, right? I remember having a really bad case of flu in the UK. That's probably the last time I had the flu. I was still living in the UK. It's been a long time since I've had anything like that. But yeah, I remember. Oh, it was bad. 6 of Earth. Let's read this one out. Oh, it's good that you got a smell back. I thought that the smell thing might, the smell and the taste thing might go for a long time. 2 hours? Really? That's a lot. What, they're trying to make sure that you can stand those people for a longer periods of time so that you can work with them. 6 of Earth, trees and forest. Trees, both singly and grouped together, are fraught with meaning for us. No one's proof that it read this book right, because there's so many words that are wrong in here. Trees, both singly and grouped together, are fraught with meaning for us. In Celtic tree lore, specific trees have very definite meanings. Trees are used in journeying as a starting place from which to access the underworld, the upper world, and the other world. I don't know about those, upper world and other world. The life cycle of trees are a visible reminder of the wheel of the year, while evergreens are a constant reminder to have hope and faith. Oh, hope and faith. You're not very well either, Christine. I probably wouldn't have been very well if I'd have got up yesterday, but I didn't. I sleep a lot anyway on Sundays, but especially if I've been out dancing and stuff, which I was on Saturday night. Grease's trees can provide both places of safety and respite, as well as places of danger and fear. The forest is home of many creatures, and we humans are not always comfortable in the woods. It's often dark because we can't see the horizon, or even very far at all, nor the sun. It's easy to feel lost and confused. However, in such a dark, confused mass, it's easier to see your path, should you be lucky enough to stumble upon it. The 6 of Earth represents moving from one place to another. This is something that helps you transition from one state to another state. It provides, so we're in between worlds. It provides a touchstone that you can always return to when needed. It's a safe place and protects and also prepares you for what's to come. The shadow side of this card indicates a dark, confused situation filled with unknown elements. They may likely be dangerous and may just as likely not be dangerous, but really at this point there's no way to know. We can't know the future, we've got to have hope and faith. Evergreens. It's the Christmas thing too, hey? Christmas wreaths. The evergreens. We put it in our house to remind us this same thing. That there is still a bit of green about in the winter. I mean, I live in a lush jungle, we don't have winter here, but it still is winter, still in the Northern Hemisphere, kinda. But that's why we put evergreens in our house. Holly and Christmas trees and wreaths to remind us that hope and faith. We don't know how it's going to work out. Damn it. I prefer the usual tarot version of the 6 of Pentacles. Reciprocation. Discombobulated, Christine. I'm so well ahead with my daily energy updates that you probably all think it's still raining here. Because, yeah, I shot them ages ago. I do 2 or 3 each day that I film, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. I do 2 or 3, so I'm well ahead. It's great. So at some point I will be having some time off. I'm just carrying on doing it until I want some time off, and then I'll have some. The Crown of Water. She's the one with the dog face. 24 degrees and sunny. That's how it is here. Well, it's 24 degrees in here. That's in the icon. Outside, it'll be much warmer than that. 26. It's not much warmer than that. Still says violent rain. We just haven't changed it yet. Violent rain. Sunshine, 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 sunshine. Violent rain. Oh no. Monday. We've got a nice week this week. Good. And then Monday it starts raining again. Crown of Water. Oops. Mistletoe. Mistletoe's a parasite, right? A parasitic plant. Strangles trees. Crown of Water. I remember getting some real mistletoe in France. The Crown of Water. Put some water in a bottle. She knows that there'll come a difficult time when a dear memory will be needed. We're in between worlds, and we need to put some water in a bottle for difficult times. Powerful water. Damn, I wonder if they've knocked those houses down yet. They're like that. About to fall down. They need to be knocked down. Saving up good memories for when we need them. Thanks, Maria. So, in between worlds at the moment, needing to have hope and faith. Even though we don't know how it's going to work out, we need to have hope and faith for the best. And maybe Crown of Water, this is about tapping into those good memories that we've had at the moment, focusing on our passions, tapping into the good memories that we've got to get us through this waiting game that we're in. Two of Water. What are we waiting for? This. Love. The Two of Water. Love. Yes, that's what it says, love. It seems that so many of the various pantheons of complicated stories and relationships, but no more than the Greek and Roman divinities. And as we know, love and romantic relationships are extremely complex. So it's fitting that Aphrodite and Eros, or Venus and Cupid, if you prefer the Roman names, adorn this card representing love. Interestingly, Aphrodite is also associated with wars and illicit affairs, both of which seem to occur when love goes wrong. Wars. Aphrodite is not a simpering goddess who fawns over any male she wishes to attract. Instead, she's completely herself. She values and cares for herself. Her strength and confidence are compelling and attractive. Thanks, Julie. The Two of Water promises a romantic, loving relationship. The two people involved will be quite enthralled with each other. Being so wrapped up in their own little world, they may neglect other things for a while, like my daily energy updates. The shadow side of this card indicates the possibility of love going wrong. The first blush of love or the honeymoon phase may be over. What are you waiting for? Two of Cups. When's it coming? We don't know yet. Okay, let's get into your mini reads. Give us a break from that. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Lois Lane. Yay! Whoa, you're up late. So's Maria. Higher self-guidance for Maria. Awareness of what you want, Maria. You're going to get what you want, but are you aware of what you really want? Because your higher self is. Often our higher selves know better than us what it is that we want. Squirrels are chattering and running around on the electricity cables out there. Are you aware of what you want? Sometimes we're not. Sometimes what we're wishing for isn't what we really want, and our higher self knows it and it keeps it from us. And it's only in hindsight that we see it. We're like, wow, glad I didn't get that thing because now I've got something much better. Sometimes we wish for things when we're in a lower kind of a vibration and an energy. And really it's coming from a place of lack or a place of, not believing that we can have better than that. We're kind of trying to grasp onto what we think we can get instead of what we really want. But our higher self always holds out hope. It wants us to have what we really, really want, and it knows at a soul level what we really, really want. So this is saying you can have what you want, but you don't know what you really want. You think you know, but you don't know. Carrots dangled in front of us. Often the things that we think we want at the time, it's good for us to go for them, but then we don't get them because our higher self knows that we don't really want them. But in the wanting of them, it gets us to that place of being ready for, eventually, for what it is that we really want. Anyway, what I mean by that is you're on track. Even if we're wanting the stuff that we don't really want at a soul level, we're still on track. It's still leading us to where we want to be and what it is that we truly want. Because our higher self always helps us out to get there. So complicated, hey? But yeah, keep on following your intuition and don't tell yourself, oh God, I'm off track. I'm getting it all wrong. It's not, it's just a path. It's just a path to it. Yeah. Cryptic. Julie. Will the money need come from dog surgery? For your dog surgery, come to you. Thanks for your donation, Julie. Will it? Will Julie get the money? No. Maybe it's... Hang on, let's just tune into the doggy. Yeah, sometimes it's not going to manifest, and it's not because you're bad at manifesting money. It's because it's not what the dog wants to carry on. And this is reminding me of a reading I did in person with someone, and I wish I hadn't because she wasn't even listening properly. But it was what do you call it? The kind of reading that you do when I tap into someone who's passed away. One of those. For the life of me, I can't remember the word, but it was one of those. And she couldn't hear it. But her daughter actually wanted to leave before she did. She wanted to die before she did. She had a lot of medical problems. And the reason it got stretched out is because, well, she didn't want to. It was more about her mum's emotional state. And that can often be the way, is that when a soul is, whether it's a dog or a person, is ready to be out of here, sometimes they stick around for the sake of the emotional attachment of the of people involved for a little longer than they actually want to. And yeah, so I'm getting the same thing here, is that the money is not going to manifest because it wants out of here. It's time to go. So forgive them for that. Leaving you. Did it work, Jessica? Oh, beautiful. You've got listen and communicate, Julie. So it's like Dougie's trying to communicate with you. Listen and trust the ideas and the things that pop into your mind. Telepathy. Your dog is telepathically communicating with you. Beautiful. So yeah, sorry about that. To be the bearer of bad news. Thank you, Hope. Thanks for your donation. High self-guidance for you, Hope. This is slow going. Whatever you're going through at the moment, Hope, is slow going. One step at a time and surrender. This is saying like it's like one step forward and then it all stops and you have to let go a little bit more. And then it's one step forward and you think, oh, that's it now. I'm moving forward. But then it all stops. And you've got something more to let go of. You're tickling me. So frustrating. Frustrating energy. Nothing seems to be going smoothly at the moment. Why is that? You know? Is anyone else getting that? I heard another reader say it. Who's that? Another reader said that it feels like Mercury's in retrograde at the moment, even when it's not, because stuff's not flowing. Everything's being held back. It's kind of annoying. Why is that happening? Okay, I hope it's with your love life, apparently. Love as an encouragement. So yeah, there's in the daily energy update, it said it was about self-worth. Things being held back until we've got to raise our self-worth. You know, when someone comes into your life and you've got to feel more worthy. Both of you. Gemstone Tara. Was it her saying it? Yeah. Her readings are so very similar to mine. I mean, she picks out the same cards often in our dailies. And she has a slightly different interpretation, so it's just good. I like watching her. Hope. So this is in a love situation, and it's about both of you raising your self-worth and knowing what you believe. So each hold up, it's like one step forward and then hold up to surrender. The letting go, the thing that you have to let go of, isn't that important really, as much as the raising up of both of yours self-esteem and self-worth. Encouraging yourselves rather than encouraging each other. So I hope at the moment you might want to be encouraging someone else to move forward with you. But this is saying, what's going on? This is saying you might, yeah, that's going on. Wait. Just sort that out. Yeah, this is saying that it's just tricky. It's tricky for you at the moment. I guess hope that you're trying to move forward into a love situation or with a relationship and it's slow going, really slow going. You might be tempted to think it's all them holding it up and to be encouraging them, but this is saying that you need to encourage yourself. This is about self-worth. Jessica, thank you for your donation. Jessica, what's your question? High self-guidance. Oops, if you had to go already, you'll have to watch the replay. It'll be at 25 minutes. Jessica, follow your passion and healing. Oh, you're a healer. Follow that passion. I think there might be some people heading into the healing arena, as in for work, in the energies at the moment. You're a healer. Follow that passion. So if you've been thinking about doing a course, a healing course or something like that, or you already are, you already know what you're doing and thinking of setting up a business or doing that in a bigger way, go for it. Follow that passion. Follow that passion. And what else? Freedom friend. Okay. Very well could be setting up a business, a healing business, because a friend of yours is showing the way to freedom, to that freedom. Feels like work to me. Work, a certain way of working that will set you free, give you more freedom. A friend is doing it, so follow that. Follow your passion, healing, and kind of maybe it's time to pick your friend's brain. I can't stand that saying, but pick your friend's brain about it. A friend that's maybe got an own business, doesn't have to be in healing, but might be following the same principles kind of thing. Oh, thank you, Lois Lane. Kate, high self-guidance for you. Hi, Judy. High self-guidance for Kate. Service and allow is about work for you as well. Allowing how you're of service to other people, as in work, to change. No, it might not be about work, I was just told. This might be about how you help other people. You know what? On Saturday morning, I went training, and it's just reminded me of this. And after training, I wanted to do abs and everything. Mr. Hanson said, no, because I need to go and do something and get something, and anyway, and this and that and that. And it's like, okay. So off he went to get his clippers, hair clippers, for haircuts, buzz cuts. Because my friend's son, they're starting school again tomorrow. School's opening up again tomorrow. It's been closed for a while. And they need to have short hair. Boys need to have short hair at school here. So he'd had his hair cut recently, apparently, but it wasn't short enough. And she knows that he's going to get sent home, told to get his hair cut. So Mr. Hanson was going to cut his hair. And everyone needed the haircut, including him, all the boys. So we set up this little hair cutting station outside of the gym and started cutting everyone's hair. Anyway, I went off home. I was fully expecting, like everyone to have the haircut when I saw him in the afternoon. When I got to training in the afternoon, yeah, everyone had a haircut. And then Mr. Hanson turns up and he's not had his haircut. And I'm like, you didn't have a haircut. Even the baby next door had a haircut. And he said, no, I can't cut my own hair. Cut everyone else's hair. I said, you let someone else cut your hair. Someone else could have done it for you. Oh, and I'm like, oh no, he's got those problems that I used to have, not doing everything for anyone else, doing everything for everyone else and then not letting anyone do it for him. And that's the kind of energy I'm getting from this. Okay, too, is that it might not be about work. It might be how willing you are to be of service to everyone else, but not let anyone do anything for you. Making everyone else happy, but not yourself. Service and allow. There needs to be a change in your approach to being of service to other people anyway. Let's find out. Reach out, sabotage, and let go of the story. Right. So this is about you offering help, the reaching out, the being so willing to help others, to put everyone else first, to make them happy. It's a sabotage. It's a way It's codependency. It's a way of gathering self-esteem, of you feeling better by showing that you're worthy of something because you'll do stuff for other people. It's a kind of a proving that you deserve love. That's what codependency is. And it's actually a sabotage because you don't need to do that. You can allow other people to do for you as well. Let go of the story. So there's a story behind that that's causing you to do it. The story that you're not worthy is what it is for everyone. For everyone. And that was in the energy update today. For anyone that's experienced that codependency kind of thing, people pleasing, just putting everyone else first, doing so much for others, not letting anyone do anything for you. It's a self-worth issue is behind it. Sometimes to get out of that, sometimes we've got to stop ourselves from doing so much for others. Sometimes we have to force ourselves into the uncomfortable situation of allowing other people to do stuff for us. Jamie, Lois, and was there someone else? GD. Yes, just check out the pinned comment up top. It tells you how to get the mini reads. You'll notice people are doing PayPal. There's a PayPal link in that pinned comment for donations. It tells you in that pinned comment how to do it anyway. You can use Super Chat or Super Sticker if you want as well, but I prefer PayPal. And then put a capital Q at the start of your comment like everyone else is doing. Kate! Was that you? Did I just do you? Who was I just doing then? I think that was just you then. Jamie. Ooh, 2022. For Jamie. Oh. Maybe I should make some year ahead readings available. What do you think, everybody? Some years I do and some years I don't. I mean, like private readings. Some years I do and some years I don't. Jamie. Joy and flowing. Nice. You're headed toward really good things here. Let that joy flow. In other words, keep on doing things that you really like, that bring you joy, that make you happy. Keep doing it. Your health has made you realize that. Joy and flowing. It's going to be a good year. You know how I was saying, like, the energies at the moment are a bit like Mercury's in retrograde, like things aren't working. 2022 for you is going to be full of joy and overflowing. Overflowing. Oh, wow, I said overflowing. I meant to say flowing, but I said overflowing, so it's going to be a really good year. Very Ace of Cups year for you. Overwhelming, yeah. Overflowing, like really, really good. Feeling really, really good. And very transformative. You're not going to recognize yourself by the end of the year. Really good year for you. Hope for everybody. Good. Yeah, sometimes, some years I make private readings available for the year ahead. Sometimes I've done it like month by month. It takes me a long time though. One year I put them up on my website and I'm way underpriced. I'm out to change the price straight away because it would taking me so long to do them. Couldn't keep them at the same price. I think I had to double the price or something a couple of days into it. Because it takes me a long time, you know. When it's month by month, I wonder, I'll tune into it and see. Coming in. Or could do it quarter by quarter. Might be a bit easier. Month by month is good, but it's very difficult for me to make them not like really lengthy, long readings. Right, what have we got here? Oh, those two again. And this one. Okay. This one came out first. In bulk. In bulk. I think it's in bulk. Something like that. Can't tell with this font. Can't tell what they say with this font. She's got a cauldron, she's pouring water in there. Kind of looks like the star, is it? Okay, I've got to look at the pictures on these because they don't put the same words on it. It's very annoying, this book. There she is. It's the star. I thought so. The baby sun god grows as he's nurtured by the Great Mother. Pagans begin calling to the goddess, asking her to return from the underworld. While Yule celebrates the return of the sun, Imbolc rejoices in the first signs of spring, when the snow and ice of winter begin to thaw and new lives begin. Imbolc means in the belly. Oh. And Oimelc means use milk. Yeah, sounds like it. Signifying a clear connection between this holiday and the lambs soon to be born. Bouncy lambs. During the celebration, witches focus on purification. It's a time of clearing things out, both literally and symbolically. Okay. Hope again. We've got that word. Healing, hope, peace, comfort, guidance, direction, a light in the darkness, gentle refreshment. There's that hope word again. So this in-between world that we're in right now, we've got to focus on purification. Stop it, fan. Stop trying to clean something up. Clean it up already. It's making me cold. Just stop it. There we go. Override it. So hope, the star, it's about hoping that our wishes come true. But a time of cleaning things out, and it does feel like it's in our emotional state about ourselves, you know, how we're feeling about ourselves. Positive midlife crisis. And then we've got the Five of Air again, which is that palm reading card. Hungry. I had the weirdest day yesterday. I can't remember what time I got up. I got up sometime. In the morning, about 9 o'clock in the morning it was. Something like that. And I ate something and then went back to sleep. And then I woke up at 3:15, got in the shower. And then just as I got out of the shower, lasagna man turned up with my lasagna. He was early. So I ate the lasagna. And then tried to watch a movie and fell asleep. And then woke up at 1:23, and ate something else because I was hungry. Went back to sleep. So my feeding times are off right now. Not eating again yet. We have access to many keys to self-knowledge, and it's wise to make use of them. For as the ancient oracle once advised, know thyself. We can look within ourselves and seek with truth of our hearts. We can look without and seek direction from the world around us. We can also look at ourselves, for we hold information in the very palms of our hands. By learning to read our heart and headlines, we discover how we're naturally inclined to behave in relationships, most comfortable communicating, and likely to approach learning. Life and fate lines reveal information that can help us best understand and care for our physical bodies, and to what extent we might be controlled by external circumstances. The shape of our palms provides clues about our character. Reading your palm or having it read is not a once-in-a-lifetime event for several reasons. Same with readings too. First, the lines of your hands can change over time as you change. Second, even if the lines haven't changed, the way you may perceive or utilize the information may very well change. Yeah, and it's not just that either. It's once we've got some information through a reading, any kind of a reading, it gives us more control over our lives. We can make decisions based on it, and that, it's like the whole time travel thing. It's like, well, if you time travel and go backwards and change something, it's going to change everything. Yes, it is. Same with the reading; it changes everything. As soon as you get that information, it changes. The future changes already because you're going to make different decisions based on it. So I get this. That's why it's constantly changing. Like the pick a card reads, it can be the same story. I'm reading for the same people often, say with the flowers or with the crystals. But the deeper dives, it will shift. How it's going to happen will shift slightly. Sometimes it's just embellishing on it. It's just more detail about it. But sometimes it's different. And that's why, is because the future's never set in stone because we've got free will. But when we know ourselves more, any work that we do on ourselves, we're changing the outcome. We're changing our future. And that's why readings change. So you may perceive or utilize the information differently. Reassessing both the information gathered and your reactions to it will help you better understand your own strengths and weaknesses. The Five of Earth says it's important that your own strengths should be recognized and be used to best advantage at this time. We have what we need, but we may have to remind ourselves of that. The shadow side of this card indicates that we're allowing circumstances to control us, and we're giving our power over to an assumed fate. Yeah, and be careful of that, especially if it's coming from a reading. So if you've believed a reading and you've locked that in, careful of that. Because our future is not set in stone. You've never had a palm reading. Yeah, I want one. After pulling that card out last week, I want one. If anyone knows of an online palm reader, maybe there's one maybe we can find one on YouTube. And it will do palm reading online, Take a photo of your palm, you can look at it. And then we've got the Three of Earth, which looks nice. Plant life. I've had a palm reading. And it was true. Saying that I was going to cross oceans. Live in very different places. Yeah. Many times over. Can't remember what else it said. The Three of Earth, plant life. The life cycle of plants is one of our most common metaphors. We speak often of seeds and soil and watering and weeding. We speak of birds and bees. We observe the wheel of the year, and it's impossible not to think immediately of where plants are in that cycle. Plants are part of the earth, and also of the sun and water and air. And these marvelous works of art and scientific wonder, and the four elements are our food. We're nourished with such miracles, and plants are often an important part of our magical work. They can contain and release energy, chemicals, and qualities that are easy for us to access and understand. They are excellent partners. Through the plants, we learn a different aspect of Earth. For the plants are more fragile and usually have a shorter lifespan than more earthly symbols of Earth, such as rocks. But then plants are alive in a way that rocks are not. It's a trade-off. The Three of Earth is a result of what can be done when different elements combine together. Working with others or as part of a team will allow you to accomplish more or even something entirely different than if you were to work alone. Twin flame stuff. Different elements combining together. Shadow side of this card indicates that a group or team is not working together very well. Their end result will likely not be all that was hoped for. Oh yeah, check, Penny. I want one. Oh, so what have we got here? In between worlds, needing to have hope and faith, tapping into good memories of the past just to make us feel better at the moment, because we're waiting for this love offer. Yes, we are. And in bold, what does she say? Having hope again. It's not set in stone. We can change it. Hey, Barbara. Let's get some of these out. That's a lot of tarot cards. The Knave of Chalices and the Knight of Chalices again. These two came out together before. The Knave and the Knight of Chalices, the Cups. Court cards. Here we go. The Page of Cups. It has like Knave and Knight, and then in here it has Page and Knight. They don't call them the same names in this book. It's weird. Anyway, Page of Cups, the Knave of Cups, explores his intuition and dreams, is overly sensitive sometimes. Intuition and dreams, dreaming about it, this love offer. And the Knight delves into his imagination to visualize his heart's desire. It's still very much in the dreaming it up stage at the moment, not tangible yet, not making a move forward, not taking action on it. No wands here. There's no wands here. There's no action. Just dreaming, just imagining, but no action. Losing things. Look at her, she's being dreamy too. The Four of Chalices. Yeah, it calls it cups in here. Chalices on the cards, it's cups in here. Why do they do that? Four of Cups. These wonderful gifts are presented to this woman, but she doesn't care for any of them. Instead, she visualizes a fourth option. So she's in her dreams too. This situation could lead to manifesting something amazing or giving into depression. Which will she choose? So both the divine masculine and divine feminine are in their imagination right now. Dissatisfied with reality. Wanting to make it different, but this, it says, wallowing in ennui or self-pity. So not yet being positive. It's not being hope and faith about it. It's being like that wistful kind of it's not going to happen kind of an energy. Trying to manifest it, but also the imagination going, oh, it's never going to happen. It's that. What else? The King of Chalices. The King of Cups. Where are the court cards? I had them before. King of Cups encourages others to express themselves and share their hearts. So there's no communication happening of it. Just all in the imagination. I don't mean like we're making it up. I mean like wishing and dreaming about the other and all of that. Not expressing themselves yet and certainly not taking action yet either. But lots of love energy there. What's this one? Now we're talking. Ace of Pentacles. Still no wands though, still no action. But there's an offer here, at least. Where are you? Pentacles. There we go. The gifts of the earth are laid before. When we choose to work with them, in harmony, they assist us in our endeavors. Any option pursued seems to carry unlimited potential, an opportunity for prosperity. It's the big offer. It's something worth pursuing. It's something that's going to lead to good things, tangible things, abundance. There's a really big opportunity here. What though? What needs to give then? Show us some wands. Like what next? We're waiting for what? All in our imaginations and not expressing it for what? There's one more. Tell us how to get out of this. The Sun. The sun for everything. Happiness. Waiting for the sun to come out. The sun warms the earth, encouraging life and growth, fruit and flowers, adding sweetness to life. It punctuates the cycles of life. In its light, we celebrate all the things that we hold most dear. It's waiting for something to come to light. That's what it is. Waiting for something to come to light is what I just heard. Connections, generations, and cycles that bring joy. We're waiting for a cycle to complete. We're waiting for the sun to come out. We're waiting for something to come to light. We're waiting on something. Go time, divine timing. But it's something tangible. There's a big offer here on the table, but it can't come out yet. So nothing is being said, and we're tripping out, all of us, in our imagination here because of it. We've got to wait. It's what the cards have kept on saying, right? We're on the threshold of it. Sunlight after darkness. Something coming to light. Somebody rode past when I was out on Saturday night, checking up on me. Other people noticed. They know. Friends know. They've noticed now. I don't know. I don't know if it means the summer. It's something coming to light. I don't think it means summer. But it's something very tangible with the Ace of Pentacles. It's a big offer that's tangible, so it's a loaded offer. Do you know what I mean? It's like we're talking about the Two of Cups offer here. So it's not someone that just comes and says, do you want to go out on a date? It's not that. It's someone that's got a plan, tangible. Get in a house, let's live here together, that kind of thing, or commitment. So it seems to me like there needs to be actual tangible things in place, and that again is related. What's deeper than that? Because the surface level things, the material world things, is just a reflection of what's going on inside of ourselves. What's really under that is that self-worth thing of knowing that we deserve it. We must wait for the middle of January. Yeah, it could be. I think things are going to get moving in 2022. I think they are. It could happen middle of this month as well. It could, for some. There is a bit of movement in the energy, so I believe around then. Yeah, I'm good with that. I knew he would. I wondered whether he was going to come out, but we didn't invite him. It was girls' night. Hi, Sherry. So, the waiting game. Let's get more out. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. So that self-worth thing, deserving. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. And you can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. We deserve to feel joyful. And we can allow joy into our lives now. Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. There's healing going on too. And imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. All very healing cards there of us having to deal with this situation at the moment. And you know how I was saying with the imaginings, how we might be imagining the worst, or be in this wistful kind of heartbreak kind of energy. Imagining that instead of imagining what it is that we really want. And why do we do that? Apparently because we don't think we are worthy of it. Mm. Right, Sherry. That's exactly what's happening for you, Kate. Hey. Oh. Celtic Cross reading 2 weeks ago said 3 weeks, 1 month. But you're about February. Yeah. Last quarter moon in Aquarius. Reflect on your priorities. Last quarter moon in Aquarius. That's January, isn't it? Reflect on your priorities. What's really important? I mean, we don't want something before it's ready. We don't want someone before they're ready. We don't want, like, we kind of do, but we don't. If we sit back and think about it, we don't. It's like being like massively pregnant and you're like, I just want this baby now. We don't really. We don't want to have a premature baby. We don't. But there's a part of it that does. We want to rush things, but we don't want to have a premature baby here because it's not good. You know, there's going to be problems. There's going to be health problems. With the relationship, if it happens too fast, we don't want someone before they're ready. But we think that we do. We do want to wait it out. The last, just with this talking about timings there, we've got the last quarter moon in Aquarius, so it could be January. Your father leaves the middle of December. Huge burden. I'll pull more tarot out. I feel like pulling some more of those tarot cards there out, whatever they're called. Akashic ones. Starchild. Says I did it. I stood up, apparently. I didn't. Shuffle cards. Sometimes, like if I'm watching a movie or something and my Apple Watch says it's time to stand up, I just go like this. I just lay there in bed watching the movie, still waving my arm about. And it says, great, you did it. Yay. What's this? Support and control. Support and control. Ooh, this is, okay. Being supportive. When we're actually manipulating? Sometimes when we're being supportive with someone, we're actually trying to manipulate them into getting what we want. We might be trying to hurry someone up, and we might be pretending that it's supporting someone. It could be a controlling gesture. Yeah, we don't want to fix someone, right? We don't want to push them into it. We've got to really be careful of that. Remember, last week we had that message saying we can mess this up. We can. Got to be so careful. I need to read these ones. Yeah, I mean, because there's so many examples, right? There's so many examples of when we can pretend to be encouraging someone, pretending to be supportive of someone, but really what we're doing is we're trying to control them. We're trying to get what it is that we want out of them. It's like a passive-aggressive kind of a way, pretending that we're supporting someone. Oh, easy to fall into that as well when we've been codependent. I would say. Well, yeah, passive aggressive. Oof, that energy. I used to do it so well. I was taught by the best. My family are great at passive aggressive. I used to be it until I saw it. I saw it and I stopped doing it myself. But I could go there. I could. I have to stop myself. Sherry, I did, yes. Thank you. Be doing that shortly. Control and support. Right, control. 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 This card may indicate that control issues may be at play here, or lack of free will. There may need to be a need for self-control or to evaluate one's ability to control their emotions or irrational decisions. Evaluate if you feel like you lack freedom in your relationship. You're learning to be authentic. Sometimes it comes out as manipulative. Yeah, it's easy to fall into these traps. It really is. And we all do it. So all we can do is just become more and more aware of ourselves and don't be too hard on ourselves when we realize we're doing something. It can be frustrating to be in a relationship where you lack control. Oh, scary. It can be downright scary. If someone is always micromanaging and telling you you're doing things wrong and not to their liking, it'll feel like you're being parented rather than being in a committed relationship, right? Sometimes the hardest thing is to recognize when we do things. Pay attention to how your partner responds and be willing to loosen the leash a little bit. Evaluate if you complain or demand rather than asking. Yeah. Complaining or demanding rather than asking. Frequently telling someone how to do things. Needing permission to do things. We just got to be careful here. And support. Support. A supportive relationship means your partner is there through thick and thin. They're there to support you when times are rough. They support your decisions and support you emotionally when you're having a bad day. This can also be financial support. It means when things get rough or one person loses their job, the other is there to support you until you both get back on your feet. They don't run when things get rough. They don't disappear when you need their support, emotionally or otherwise. A desire to be there for my partner, accepting of any support that my partner offers, supporting or accepting your partner's decisions. Or it's the refusal of receiving support or fear of asking for support or help. Not feeling supported or like you must do everything yourself. Yeah, feeling like you must do everything yourself. Wanting to flee when things get rough. Being selfish and not wanting to help or support others. It's that fine line. Control and support. More tarot. Oh. Sherry. Let's do you first. Sherry. You got a question, Sherry? Or did I miss it? Did I miss it? Oh no. What's your question, Sherry? Okay, back to the tarot. Waiting for Sherry's question. I'm asking now for more about what we can do right now. It's so difficult being in a situation where there's nothing you can do. And maybe that's why we could easily get this line wrong, It's so interesting because in my situation is sometimes I think, I'm going to say something, I'm going to make a move forward. And then in the moment I don't. and I feel like it's my higher self holding me back. I think he needs to, for his own self-esteem, he needs to do this, you know. Two of Wands. Oh, here's the Wands. Finally, we've got some Wands. It's the two. It's a decision of what action to take. This came out in the daily as well. A great time of clarity and success as you direct your focus into achieving your goals. You've acknowledged your options and can now look ahead with purpose and determination. This is also a card of power and choice. Yeah, the energy update today said we need to focus on what is flowing in our lives, not on what isn't flowing in our lives. Like this said, focus on the passion, not focusing on the passion of this relationship and stuff like that, but focusing on other things that we love to do, giving ourselves new goals, that kind of thing. It's a card of power and choice. It may be that you'll need to decide how you're dividing your energy between certain projects, relationships, or opportunities. Perhaps it's time to step outside of your comfort zone and try something new. You're following your own path, which leads to the acknowledgement of your inner truth and creativity. So personal power, inventiveness, facing fears, seeking wisdom, individuality, choice, options, partnerships, business contracts. So if you're feeling stuck in the relationship kind of thing, it's not moving forward. It's not going to move forward at the moment. We're waiting on something coming to light. So best to make a powerful choice for yourself and do something like that. Do something different. Focus on something different. Sherry, higher self advice for you. Thanks for your donation. Sherry. Travel and detachment. Are you wanting to go somewhere and you can't? Yeah. It feels like that. You want to go somewhere and it keeps on being delayed, or it feels like you keep on trying to pick up an idea and run with it, and each time it's a no from the universe. You get blocked, you get stopped. I guess it's happening for a lot of people at the moment with travel restrictions and stuff like that. This is saying like detach from it, just let it go completely. Stop trying to pick it back up again. Or is it being blocked? Because it's not a good time. It won't be a good time. Oh, being okay about that. Can have a good time instead. Are you wanting to go and visit someone to... It feels a bit heavy. This could be like going to visit someone in your family that you don't want to see, but you feel like you should. And it's being blocked. We've got to listen to our guidance systems. Listen to your guidance system, Sherry. It's saying it's not going to be a good time, so don't do it. Be okay about having a good time instead. Probably if you decided to travel for pure pleasure and something that's going to just be really happy for you, it probably happen. Feels to me like the universe is blocking you here from seeing someone that you're actually, if you're honest with yourself, you don't want to see them anyway, but you feel you should. Don't do it. Well, thank you, Timothy. I'm learning. I'm getting better at it. I'm really enjoying it, doing makeup. My makeup on Saturday night was really good. Lots of compliments about it. I'm getting faster at it too. It doesn't take me so long anymore. It certainly helps having good products to use. Makes it much easier. To throw some skincare out this morning. It's getting stinky. Just moisturizers when they get stinky. Oh, Seven of Swords. Damn. Someone's got crap to take care of. Penny. It's the divine masculine. It is. I think it's all on the divine masculine. We had that months ago, didn't we, that message? They've got stuff to do. They're on catch up a little bit. Not that the divine feminine doesn't have anything to do, but the divine masculine does seem to be on catch up at the moment. Seven of Swords. Yikes! The card of deception. It illustrates a challenge that may be associated with some kind of dishonesty, deceit, or illusion, whether from yourself or someone else. This may indicate an avoidance of truth and consequences that show up when least expected. If there's some kind of secrecy taking place, a new approach or solution is highly encouraged. Omitting the truth is never a good idea, especially if a positive outcome is desired. Oh, it could be time to speak up. It's also advised that you remain cautious with others who may not have your best interests at heart. A time for clarity and truth. Oh, it could be time to speak. Overconfidence. Oh, be careful about that, though. I keep on getting that warning. Careful of overconfidence and kind of aggressive moves forward. Be careful of the this too. Control. Overconfidence, deception, selfishness, secrecy, betrayal. I need to acknowledge the challenges in order to move forward. A time for releasing any attachments of self-doubt that are preventing opportunities in your life. Know that you're capable of anything you wish to achieve. So it's important that you not limit yourself with worrying or insecurity. This is time to look at the situation head on in order to see where you stand. A light at the end of the tunnel shines through. Just feel like something needs to come out. But should we be the leaders in that or not? Don't know. We're going to have to be in the moment and really tune into ourselves and watch ourselves, that it's not about control. Maybe we're talking about someone who's coming out of a control situation. A controlling situation, last thing that they want is to step into another controlling situation. Could be very triggering. Okay, give us something on the divine masculine then. Not that much. Oh no, I've messed the cards up. I've got the result to myself now, it's so quiet. Really, no noise. Well, the staff are still here, but they're not having to do very much at the moment. It's just me. I quite like it. I like the quiet. The advice fits you well. You're going to visit your cousin and his wife. Truck isn't running. There you go. Trust that. And if you keep on making that decision to go, something else will happen. So save yourself some garage, service station, car fees and stuff by not trying to do it again. Two of Crystals. Things are up in the air for the divine masculine at the moment. Two of Crystals. It signifies the balancing of life forces. Right. Very much in flux at the moment. For all that you've accomplished, you should continue to move forward and be proud of your successes, but not forget to acknowledge the other important aspects of your life. This could mean connections with friends and family members, or the activities you love and enjoy. It's the honoring of your spiritual truth, higher consciousness, and innate source of unconditional love. This card also indicates a state of change, movement, and energetic shifts. I'm picking that up for sure. You may need to go with the flow and adapt yourself to a new situation. slowly shifting. So the divine masculine is in this transformation at the moment, slowly shifting, having to adapt, changing their minds. There's really a lot on the plate right now and up in the air for them. Could also simply mean balancing out your priorities and making a new plan for the future. Okay, that's where the divine masculine is at. Progress, balance, transition, priorities, goals. Feeling overwhelmed. If you're feeling overwhelmed with everything that you have to do, take a step back and make a plan. This could mean proper management of finances, responsibilities, commitments. There you go. That's where he's at. I need to balance work, love, play, health, and spirituality. Making a plan. Things are up in the air. A lot of transformation divine masculine is going through at the moment. They're having to step up. It's not, again. The reason that the guides have been talking so much over the last year about codependency for us is that we are not to step in now. We're not to step in and do that again. We're not to do that. They've got to do this themselves. That's what the warning is, right? And it's our ego that wants to step in. It's that controlling part of it. We want to make it happen. It's like, oh, here, I'll do it for you. I'll tell you what to do. Tempting, but no. There's some noise. It's a gardener. Or there's a couple of guys here doing some work on a room up there. My friend used to stay when he visited. It looks like they took the ceiling out and replacing the ceiling. There's been too many things living up there. Ooh, Ace of Cups and Awakening. Again, I'm asking about the divine masculine here. Ace of Cups and Awakening. Ace of Cups, I love it. It's one of my favourite cards, the Ace of Cups, because it's just when you feel on top of the world. Ace of Cups. It's a very good feeling card. The Ace of Cups is a celebratory card, indeed. It indicates a time of new beginnings and relationships that leave you feeling energized and giddy, yes. This could mean new romance or deeply rooted connections with others. It's a powerful force that regards the emergence of universal love and the cosmic ties you share with soul families and friends. Yes. Your psychic awareness may also be heightened at this time, allowing you to see beyond the veil of the 3D world. This ace also identifies the strength and reinforcement of your own identity, self-esteem, and personal convictions. This is what's going on for the divine masculine, don't forget. It's an overall wisdom that leads to spiritual growth and illumination, a wonderful period to explore new avenues of self-expression and creativity, which will raise your vibration to a whole new level. It's good. So this is where they've been at. You may be experiencing a state of sadness, loneliness, or disappointment. It may be a good time to look at why these feelings are surfacing. Is there someone you need to forgive, or a memory you may want to process and release? It's important that you listen to your intuition and forge new habits of happiness and positive visualization. What can you do for yourself in order to shift the energy of your situation? How can you bring new opportunities back into your life? Time to be gentle with your heart. So the divine masculine is like stepping into this, feeling better and giving themselves permission to feel better, be around people with their soul connections to feel better with them. But there's also this lot about this planning and stuff like that of priorities and responsibilities and all. Strength in their own identity, self-esteem and personal convictions is going on. So they're shifting. Awakening, going through an awakening, right? 20. Awakening is the understanding of your inner divine intelligence. You can look back on choices you've made and identify the lessons you've learned. Thanks, Christine. Chrissy. With each step advancing toward your spiritual growth, no more fears, no more doubts, no more self-judgment. This is a time of transformation. I'm feeling it for the Divine Masculine. Through elevating your thoughts, speaking your truth, and connecting with divine light, which ignites your dreams, is the beginning of profound changes. So it's them speaking out. They're doing it in stages, is what I'm getting. They're doing it in stages of speaking out. They've started already. Maybe not. Why did it say that there's no... Here, King of Chalices needs to speak out about it, isn't ready to speak out about it yet. They're in the process, though. They're already speaking out about some things. From each stage of learning, you may find yourself at a crossroads on the verge of making an important leap forward. This also indicates that something you've been anticipating is finally getting closer. On the threshold, still. Divine wisdom comes from relinquishing the negative feelings you've been harboring towards others or yourself. Holding on to guilt, fear, or resentment cannot serve you in any way and prevents you from connecting with your higher self. Right. So they've got to get through this. They've got to get through this shift inside of them, because they cannot do this if they're holding that guilt, fear, resentment, or harboring negative feelings from what it is that they're leaving behind. They've got to come clean. They've got to come cleanly into this. So you know how I was saying, like, whenever I've had that feeling like, oh, I'm going to say this or I'm going to do that, in that moment I don't, something stops me. I think the same thing is happening for them as well. Because there's a process that they need to go through. There's like an order, there's a plan, there's a divine plan. Okay, it's not just about them planning, there's a divine plan behind this. And the higher self is holding them to that. They've got to do it right, because you can get it wrong. Okay. One more. Chrissy. Yeah, they're doing it. They are stepping up, some of them. Some of them aren't going to. But some of them will. And they are. But it's a process. I know. I'm with you there, Jamie. I'm like, I'm not even interested in travelling while all of this crap's going on. Not even to another island. Not even. It's the High Priestess. High Priestess. And then I'll be with you, Chrissy. Thanks for your donation. The High Priestess is the bearer of magic, spiritual teachings, and inner knowledge. She has a deep understanding of the higher realms of consciousness and acknowledges the universal balance of light and dark energy. This card indicates an awakened spiritual or psychic awareness and encourages you to make time for introspection and meditation. It's also advised that you need to listen to your intuition and dreams and reflect on the feelings and visions you experience. Thanks, Natalie. Each day. It is the understanding of your highest purpose and potential through attaining a balance between your physical and spiritual self. You alone have the power to raise your vibration in order to access the higher realms of sacred knowledge. There's a lot going on here. I was asking about the Divine Masculine, and the High Priestess came out. So it's more than a balance. This Two of Crystals, it's more than the planning and the balance and all of that within themselves. This is a whole, almost having to develop the feminine side, the Divine Masculine, becoming the High Priestess themselves to be able to navigate this. Intuition and dreams are being helped with all of that. Especially about their feelings too. No longer able to ignore the feelings. They've got to tap into their feelings and listen to it now. gaining wisdom about themselves, knowing themselves better, all of that stuff. So it's good. At least we know what's going on with them. Chrissy, you've had some delays with releasing your book, but I'm feeling good about this. Some guidance. What's with the delays for Chrissy? Chrissy. Oh, yes, it's going to be successful. Self-love. What's the delays? That's what I was asking. What's the delays about? It's about self-love. Okay, so don't push yourself too fast here. Allow this to unfold. It will be successful, but you need to do it in the self-loving way. It's almost like, imagine if you, I don't know what your book's about, but imagine you wrote a book about self-love and then you were kind of really mean to yourself about trying to get it out there and holding yourself to this tight schedule and all of that. It would be a contradiction, right? Kind of getting that about this too is you've got to practice self-love, whatever your book is about. Go easy on yourself. Of course, it's not about just the muggle material world of how things go down. We've got to balance it up, the flow part of things, and also, the spiritual component, the flow part of things. We've got to balance that up with our practical, down-to-earth nature of putting plans into place. We can't do either of them too much because we get into trouble if we do that. If we just like going with the flow and just leave it all up to the universe and never like planning or had setting goals or anything like that, we're going to get into trouble. And likewise, if we're just so logical and only like a lot of the masculine has been, or a lot more, and men and women, but in the masculine energy, just purely logical. Nothing else exists. Feelings don't exist. The spiritual doesn't exist. It's just purely logical, scientific, If we do too much of that, that's not good too. We've got to get the balance between the two of them, and that's what it's about. And it's a self-loving process that you're going through right now. It will be successful. It'll be more successful if you take care of yourself more through this process. Why? Because the universe doesn't want us to harm ourselves in the doing of anything. And it's like if you're exhausted and you're a healer and you're exhausted and you're like, give me 100 more people. The universe is like, no. You can put an advert out for it and the advert will go wrong. The universe will step in your way. It's like, you can't because you're going to exhaust yourself. And you're like, yeah, but I need the money. The universe is like, no, you're more important than the money. Been pushing and not enjoying the process. There you go. Book is for children and self-confidence, self-esteem. Good. Yes, it's part of the process. We've got to listen to our own advice, right? Always. Always. We've got to do it for ourselves first. That's the process that you're in. Don't resist it. This is your strength. It's your strength to do it. That's why you've been able to write a book about it. I mean, no one can write a book about these things unless they've been through it themselves, right? And then, so we write a book about it, and then the universe is like, okay, well, apply it even more now. Do it yourself even more now. Okay. There you go. Natalie, thanks for your donation. High self-guidance for the week ahead. Natalie's week. Good night, Sherry. Oh, it doesn't seem good. Because when you get like peace cards out, it's like, oh, it might be a testing week. Yeah, you just need to be at peace with it. Love what is, that kind of thing. Simply be at peace with what is. Doesn't feel like there's going to be a lot of movement forward this week for you. But inner shifts going on, so this criticism, I don't feel like it's coming from outside of you. It might be. Someone else might criticize you in a way that you're criticizing yourself, but mostly this is about yourself, criticizing yourself instead of appreciating yourself, and you need to turn that around. And so especially when we have like slow weeks when stuff doesn't seem to happen, that's when we can really turn on ourselves. Self-love is really easy when things are going really well. because we're not getting triggered by anything. But as soon as we get triggered by something, as soon as something kind of goes wrong or slower or whatever, that's when we really have problems with ourselves. Start beating ourselves up. What about that? So yeah, simply being at peace with yourself this week and noticing when things get held up or when you get triggered, how it can turn to self-criticism so easily. In a work week for you. Appreciating yourself. Giving yourself like a pat on the back for how well you're doing, instead of beating yourself up for what isn't happening, Natalie. Okay. Is there anything to add to all of this? It's like every single time it seems to be about why we're waiting. Is there anything we can work on in ourselves then? I know it's said like set new goals for ourselves, get on with our passions, focus on things that we enjoy and all of that. But is there some inner stuff to do? Let's get some of these out. Liberating love. Oh. Liberating love. It looks like a bird that's fallen over. Does anyone else see that when they look at this picture? There's a bird that's fallen over with its feet in the air. I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. Yeah. So everything that you're willing to give to others, all that love that you're willing to give, the support that you're willing to give and all of that, you need to be ready, willing, able to receive that as much as that, or more than that, because you might be in deficit at the moment. To liberate love, not fall over like this bird has done. You need to allow yourself to receive all the fulfillment you're willing to give. It was a life-changing moment for me when I realized, oh my God, I'm amazing in relationships. I give so much. I deserve to have someone that gives as much as that. And just when I got my head around that and imagined being in a relationship with someone like me, I was like, whoa, I've been aiming so low. I have to open up to receiving, right? And him too, from what I've just seen recently. He's making everyone else happy. And untangling neglect. I take the time to give myself all the approval I desire. Not neglecting ourselves. Okay, so this is where we're at in all of it. We've got to stop neglecting ourselves. That opens us up to receiving from ourselves first, giving to ourselves and then actually receiving from ourselves first, taking it to heart, doing really good things for ourselves. Stop neglecting yourself is what this is saying. I take the time to give myself all the approval I desire. Approval, self-approval. Some things to think about there. Receiving and untangling neglect, and they feel very much connected to me, these. Feel very much connected. One more. I was told one more. I like these cards. I don't use them so much. I should use them more. Got very good clues in them, these. Healing mantras. But it helps us get to the core of what's really behind it. Maybe I should use them like instead of these ones. You know how I use these ones in the daily read, well, in any reading really, to clarify what's behind the tarot. Maybe I could use these ones. It could get interesting. I love these cards. These kind of messages. Right up my alley. The healing component behind it. What's deeper. Oh, yeah. Mm. This is balancing the brain. I don't like the message on the back side of this because it says, I can be and do all at once. No, you can't. And you don't need to. Balancing the brain. So your thoughts could have you thinking that you've got it all. It's a trauma response. Being overly independent and codependent and able to do everything for everyone else is a trauma response. So our brain tells us, I've got this. I don't need to rely on anyone. I don't need to let anything in. I've got this. Because you've been traumatized. And we're like, I can do it all. I can be and do it all at once. The universe says, well, you're not going to have a good relationship then. Like that. You have to get out of that codependency first. Because you don't need to be. You don't need to be it all. You just need to be half of it. Makes you feel emotional. You don't have to. So much. There's so much really good, really noble, really beautiful things that we've got going on in ourselves that have come from trauma. And even though they're really, like generosity, like being able to unconditionally love, all of those beautiful things, we've developed it because of trauma. And as with anything, there's that sweet spot of balance. In other words, it can work against us too. It can be expressed negatively. We see that with codependency. It's great traits, but it's misplaced or overused in an out of balanced way. And if we don't find that balance in ourselves, we're not going to have healthy relationships. So in a way, this card is saying to me, because it's like balancing the brain, it's like very logical, is what you're thinking about, about getting into our hearts more and feeling what we're doing to ourselves, especially when we're neglecting ourselves. Feeling the inner child, or contacting the inner child saying, how are you feeling? How are you doing, little Claire? Not so good. Little Claire's doing good now. She wasn't when I first started listening to her. She wasn't at all. She was screaming at me that I was neglecting her. And she was right. Liberating love. What did this one say again? I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. That's the balance, right? 50-50. Oh, I like it. There we go. Done. That's today. Keep going. We've got this. We can get through it. Healing and self-love must be in a different place now. I don't get that way about this anymore. Beating yourself up. It's a stage you're in, Kate. You're not a crier. Always been the strong one. Now I feel very fragile, feeling very girly. Letting myself be this. Yeah. I'm getting more into my feminine now. It's good. We need to let ourselves feel what we're feeling, right? And also, when we're talking about relationships, we need to be fully ourselves, not the putting a smile on our face and going out on a date and pretending everything's okay. We need to show them who we really are and who we're being at the moment. The actual emotions that are there. One thing I've noticed about Mr. Handsome is he comes often in the afternoon to training. He's mostly happy in the mornings. He's just got up and he comes to train him. But in the afternoons, no, he's not happy. He's not happy when he comes. He's a grump. He's angry and he's a grump. And that's just being himself, and that's good. Good to know what's going on, right? And then we have one round and then he's all right after that. He's got it out of his system by the first round and he's happy again. I get it. It's a good outlet. After tonight, the walls will crumble. do you think? Thanks everyone for coming along. It was a good one today. Hey, what shall I call it? I don't know. Why Are We Waiting? Part 128. Thanks for all your donations, everyone, and your presents. Let's do this all over again on Wednesday and see if anything changes. Let's not hold our breaths. See ya. And join our Facebook group. There you go. There's the link.